Good afternoon, guys. So welcome to my video for my Stihl 07, which I am putting up for sale on eBay. Anybody that's seen my other videos, you know I've had a few of these, and I love the older vintage Stihl saws. This one kind of reminds me of something akin to being built like a tank. They are just fantastic. So this is a 75cc, and so the 07s were made between 61 and 65, so it makes it between 54 and 58 years old, and then the 07S followed on from that, from 65 on. So I'll show a small video of it starting and running, and hopefully suitable for one of you guys out there. So I've had, I think, 6 of these. I have 2 left, and this one takes maybe half a dozen pulls to prime it, so not the fastest primer out of all the 07s I've had, but it was an interesting variation of this saw, which is why I bought it and I wanted it in my collection. I should say, so it's running a genuine 20-inch Stihl solid nose bar. It's got a genuine Oregon chain fitted to it, full chisel, with massive teeth life left. I've never cut with this saw. Okay. Okay guys, so I'll do a quick walk around with it and just explain a couple of the variations, which is what intrigued me on this particular saw, and then I'll show it on a restart and hopefully soon. Hi there guys, sorry, I keep, as I'm moving the camera, I keep clicking the off button. So it has a few of the fins on the pull start housing. Obviously doesn't affect it, but just to be aware of, that's the fins missing on the pull start housing. On the lid at the top, there's a crack here in the plastic shroud. So let's come along to the front. It's an amazing bar. The bar is in great condition, genuine steel bar. Might just be able to make out the part number there. It's an Oregon full chisel chain, loads of life. Again, it's not a saw I've cut with. Beautiful felling spikes. Silencer is in reasonable condition. And down here is the adjustable chain oiler, so you can undo the little flathead screw and you can push the lever either side and you either decrease or increase the flow accordingly. So a couple of things that were interesting about this particular 07, which is why I ended up buying it, was it has a momentary switch on it, but it looks like it's factory, and I wasn't aware that they had that. Before I thought they were just toggle switches, so that's a momentary switch, and the cover is an ABS cover. Still with the Stihl 07 in the side, and again I hadn't seen this variation of cover. And the other piece of damage, not that it affects it too much, is the bottom half of the plastic here where the bolt protrudes. that side of it's come off. Obviously doesn't affect it closing. So on the inside, with the brass mesh air filters are present, all the screws as far as I can tell are present. It's very clean considering it's 54 to 58 years old. Again, on the outside I've put a new clear fuel line just so I can see when it's actually primed. That over. And what I'll do is I shall, and on the underside, chain wheel are working well. Okay, I'll quickly turn it around and I'll take the side cover off just to show the chain in sprocket, and then I'll show it on a restart. So this one's running a 20-inch genuine Stihl bar, and in the day Stihl recommended that it would run for between a 17 to a 21 inch, although a couple of people I've spoken to actually run them with 25-inch bars, and they say they pull them really well. So like I say, I haven't cut with this one, and if you're going to put it back into service, please bear in mind it's definitely going to need the carburetor setting up for cutting in wood. Okay, let's pick the camera up again. She's a beautifully clean saw underneath. So in a chain guide plate present, felling spikes, great condition. Clutch and clutch sprocket. The aluminium chain catcher at the back in good condition. Okay, I'll quickly put the cover back on. I'll show it on a restart. Any questions, then please just ask. So this series of carburetor on the 07s they're unusual. They can be sometimes very, very temperamental when you go to prime them, and then when they're primed they carry on running and they're perfect. So this one for some reason seems to take 5 or 6 pulls to prime the fuel up. And yet when it's running, it seems to run well. So please bear that in mind. And again, I don't know if anybody's seen any of the other vids, but so this is again being sold because I have a Stihl Lightning Contra S version coming, and incredibly that is 137 cc, so this is 75, that's 62 cc's bigger than this saw. Apparently an absolute monster when you get them running well. Compression. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope that's useful and suitable for one of you out there. Notice there I haven't run it for a little while. It's a little bit of hesitation on pickup, so the carburetor is definitely going to need adjusting. So the two things to bear in mind, I can notice straight away, would be the tiny crack in the top cover, though it doesn't really affect it, and this little bit of broken plastic at the back, and the typical fins off the pull start housing missing. No brakes on the underside. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Hope that's not too long-winded, and hope it's suitable for one of you guys out there. Bye for now.